Hey, it's Ayr here. I'm going to give you a little tour of our newest Clover restaurant. This is Clover Newtonville, and there's some noise in the background. There's a lot of people in there right now, but we're going to walk around and I'll point some things out. The signs came the other day. They are gigantic. I think a lot bigger than we were expecting. The rendering did not show them this large. The back one I really like. That front one's a little bit big. But I think we're going to adjust ourselves to it and live with it. All this stuff's coming off. This is the pre-opening. And what you're going to see at this point when it's done is you're going to see a tree inside of there, which is super exciting. So I'll explain that in a minute here. So we've just opened the main door and we're entering Clover Newtonville. You may have heard a little air blowing down. We have air curtains in all the restaurants to keep bugs out and stuff like that. This is a planter and it's huge. And there's going to be a tree growing there and some other shrubs and stuff. And over here is going to be a loungy area, so the furniture hasn't been put in yet. And here are the menu screens, so we'll just walk over that way. There's going to be a grab-and-go fridge there. There's going to be some merchandising and some items you can purchase over here. And as you come over, we'll have menu screens here, and this is where orders will be taken. You get a nice view of the kitchen right here. We're doing some inspections right now. There's a lot of people at work. This is the exciting days leading up to a restaurant opening. This is the first time we've done a giant planter like this inside. There are grow lights above it. It has drainage. It has a little bit of water. And this fan is supposed to keep the top surface of the dirt dry, which is helpful in keeping any insects from hanging out. And this is the kitchen. So this is a typical Clover kitchen setup. The wood that we're using here is really, really beautiful. I think maybe one of my favorite woods we have yet. It's really gorgeous. And right here we've got something new and unique to this particular restaurant. I talked about this a little bit last tour, but it's easier to take a look at it and see what it is now. So this is going to be an espresso bar over here. It's a George Howell coffee kiosk. And George Howell is going to be our neighbor here. His shop, he has a shop over across the street in Newtonville. And we wanted to work with him instead of competing with him. So we invited him to open an espresso shop in our restaurant. And so you'll come over here to place your order. And we're going to have drip coffee, we're going to have pour over coffee, and then of course there's an espresso machine right here. We're starting out with it's a medium-sized espresso machine, and if it gets really busy here, we'll have to upgrade it. I think we built it so that it can take a bigger machine if we need to. So you can see there's going to be espresso inside of a Clover for the first time, which is really exciting. There's draft here for iced coffee. Seating booths have not yet come in there, but they will soon. There's an upgrade to what we call our cloud lights. So this is something unique to Clover. We designed these in the very first restaurant, and we've been upgrading them over the years. And this is the biggest upgrade we've done. There's a new type of LED light strip that we're using for these, and I think it's a really clean, beautiful look. You can see the ceiling panels. They're sort of an interesting shape. They've got some positive acoustic properties, why we brought them in, but they have this, I don't know how well you can see it, but they have these angles on them, which are a lot of fun. And they match up really nicely with the kitchen there. Justin and his team have done a really good job with all the details. You're probably hearing some fire testing in the background here. I'm just gonna walk around the corner. These are going to be lights hanging over the big table like we have in a lot of restaurants. So on this corner of the restaurant from outside, you'll see that cloud of lights over a giant table. And then on the other side of the restaurant, you'll see the trees. So we're thinking a lot about how we connect to outside of the restaurant. And there'll be some really nice seating over here. We're also going to have some outdoor seating. We've got 2 bathrooms here and here. And I'm coming around to what is sort of the back door. It opens onto Washington Street. Right there, we're going to have CSA shelving, ample CSA pickups here. And now I'm out the back door, which opens onto Washington Street. So you can see another gigantic sign. I think it's a little bigger than we would like. And I really don't like how these two play together, so we're gonna do something about that. I think what we might do is yank the big one entirely and then just have that one. That is Clover Newtonville. We're getting close here. We're starting to get some of our inspections. It's very exciting. I can't wait to welcome you all in.